All right, guys. Once more, welcome. This is Malangu Podcast. The whole crew is back. This is the full TV room experience. Okay, it's about to get wild, man. Listen, I have to say first of all, guys, that we apologize for the inconvenient break during the Christmas, but everybody's back. Coach,
I don't apologize. We will not get family. You will not get family. You go spend the days with your wife and your children, your young boy. You apologize to what?
Where did you go?
You tell the people where you went.
I went to where I went.
That's it. So why do you apologize for that? We should be entertaining them. We shouldn't entertain them. I don't apologize. The break had to happen and it's happened. Finish. Let's move on. Apologize for what?
Daddy K, Charlie, watch the deal.
Charlie, see to what's up?
Omo kaji mi abo yo. Cafe bulu bro, we don't.
He said he's on a mission not to talk throughout the podcast. I have to say, guys, the podcast is so good. All the way from London. This man flew all the way from London just to come and appear on Malangu Podcast.
Charlie.
Rahman, Wolfman Osman.
The wolf.
Osman.
The wolf.
The wolf.
Osman.
Rahman.
Look, truth be told.
Welcome to the show.
Look, truth be
Talk to
told.
us, man.
Before you talk, I've missed him.
Charlie.
Yes.
Look,
Charlie.
Look, here myself, we had this wonderful chemistry.
Absolutely.
Look,
Panorama.
you see the chemistry that you came to continue his chemistry with.
Yes.
Here myself, the banter wasn't easy. And look, and at times, if you are listening from afar, are they going to exchange blows? It wasn't Charlie. But just after the program, they will step out as if So if you see us, were these not the two guys who were? Look.
Hey, Rahman.
He's a
What's
good
happening?
man.
You know, how do I say this? It's emotional in a way because this is like 7 years ago, and Nimle and Danny and we used to work together. And the energy, and we could be like just offset. I'm sure a lot of your viewers won't see this, but the same energy around. We had a similar setup where we would meet. Sometimes we go and buy Kenke, watch it, Charlie. And when we went on set, everything ended like professional.
Wow.
If you had your view, and we went 100%. And after that, we ran. I had a small car. All of us were running inside.
Rahman said that all of you were the only one with car.
Ask him.
It's true.
So he said he was king. When if you come outside and he coughs, you have to keep quiet. But if you don't take care,
You will sit in the car.
That day you walk.
We had a sports show at 5. And then
Flash.
not only Flash. Not only the sports guys, even the marketing guys, they were always
Everybody's
listening.
hanging around for you to finish.
It's finished now. Because I had to drop them at Accra Mall, So it was such a good time. But it's nice. And you know the funny thing, when you leave this experience, and every now and then I'll come across Coach. And there was a time I came across him. He did something at the World Cup where it was a monitor where he was experienced. And I was just watching it and smiling.
This man put me
You know
on
why
that
I
show.
was smiling? Because I already knew he was that good. But I was happy that the world was getting to see him.
Exactly.
Because I was watching it and my friends were like, why are you smiling like this man? If you gave him even a bigger platform,
he would deliver.
So it's kind of really nice.
Rahman, it's good to have you. Welcome back home. Welcome back home. And you're a big fan of the pod as well, right? We have a lot of people in the UK, in US who say that they work with the podcast. He's the biggest advocate for the audio platforms.
And it's funny because I tried to share it so much because I thought during the AFCON you guys were brilliant. I'd never seen any AFCON podcast that was as deep, detailed, and quite relaxed like that.
Man.
And sometimes
So it made you miss home.
Oh, it was lovely. So when I was home, I was like, I need to jump on this. So thanks for bringing me on.
Yeah, man. Listen, we're glad to have you. Achu Chazam.
Yeah.
Once again.
Hey, behave yourself.
I feed the baby.
Behave yourself.
I feed the baby. I feed the baby.
Every day before
Look,
we start recording,
this is your year.
Bro.
There's nothing like inner. Now you will see. Look, may
pray for him.
oh Lord Jesus.
Oh Lord Jesus. Oh, let's please be serious.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Jehovah Sabaoth. May the good Lord bless you.
Amen.
Every missing link in your life is completely fulfilled.
Oh my.
Look, there's a 360 transform. In your cultural level. Yes.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh, in your cultural level, you should be receiving the blessing. Don't be laughing. Be receiving my hand. What is that? I love it.
Hey, Aju.
Be looking at me. In your cultural level.
Receive.
In your cultural level,
Receive.
may you be uplifted.
Let's be his hands like this.
Exactly. Everything.
In the cultural level, your cultural level, may you be blessed. You went to this man's house to go and sit there the whole day. You chopped, didn't you chop?
Didn't you chop?
Answer the question.
Yeah,
Did you not chop?
I did.
Was it not nice?
Who prepared that food? Oh Lord Jesus, reveal it to him. Who prepared the food?
Who prepared the food? A certain lady, her name is Mrs. Atrim.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who saved you?
God bless the day we all come to your house, oh Lord.
Oh Lord Jesus.
That we may not only eat from your hands, but we may eat from that lady's craftiness.
That's right.
Look, I'm telling you honestly, God will bless you.
God will bless you.
I'm a married man. He's a married man. He's a married man. He's a married man.
Hey,
This man, I don't know. He's a visitor. But he is living. He will leave us. But of the regular pandit to this show, look, may you join that Mr. family.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
I have other possible candidates. So you see me in chambers, I'll give you, then you pick. Then we'll move on from there.
Archie, welcome to the show.
Charlie, thank you.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm great. To all the people who were harassing us that we've started. We did the first show last week.
Yes.
We're back again.
And what a way, man.
Yeah.
Sicho says he's on a mission not to speak on the pod today.
No, I have to plead with him.
You are
Co-host.
You see, if he says he's not going to speak, then he shouldn't laugh. He shouldn't move.
He
He
shouldn't
shouldn't
laugh.
do anything.
That's right.
He shouldn't move.
He shouldn't move.
All the coping mechanisms, no.
No, we then determine your posture.
Yes.
Oh, God.
You won't change.
Don't change. Stay like that.
oh boy.
Oh, man. Listen.
Charlie, how is Mrs.?
So your missus too.
You won't
speak about,
talk about your wife.
Before we came on the pod, you were playing Aju, but who was winning?
No, but that's the way of talking.
It's communicating.
That's the way of talking. That's the communication.
Because he's laughing.
But
Don't laugh, but you're laughing.
Before I played you, I was playing Danny. What was the score?
He didn't see.
You were there.
He saw. He
You
saw.
want to lie.
Hey.
Mercy! Mercy!
Well, on that case, guys, today we are going to start a podcast with a certain debate. Okay, it's between Salah and Hazard. Sicho Philip actually believes that Eden Hazard is a far better player than Mohamed Salah.
By far.
Sicho,
Charlie, I was surprised when you were saying that.
I can't believe
I
it.
couldn't believe it.
Who
I
said
mean,
that?
look, I'm a Chelsea fan, yeah? A big Chelsea fan. And I love amazing football. Hazard was the first player to show me something slightly different from what I was used to as a Chelsea football fan. Okay. Sicho. And yet, having seen Mohamed Salah and what he's doing for Liverpool, I'll be honest with you, I would rather have Mohamed Salah in my team than Hazard. Hazard is beautiful to watch, nonetheless. He is not as reliable as Mohamed Salah, as consistent as Mohamed Salah. And yet, Sicho Philip Achirim, with all the respect I have for this man, of all his football knowledge, a Cristiano Ronaldo fan does not value numbers. He said Mohamed Salah is a goal merchant.
I was shocked.
If someone says Ronaldo is a goal merchant, would he have tolerated?
You lose the shit.
You disagree.
Sicho, what do you have to say for yourself? You have nothing to say about it. You will die with that opinion.
You are all mad. Guys.
You will die with that opinion.
Let me backtrack. I'm not talking about the Hazard and Salah thing. Everybody knows my opinion already. Everybody knows that Salah the play ball past the Hazard. Oh, Salah plays ball. He's a better player than Hazard.
So I lied.
So you lied plenty. But that's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm alive. Coach, this boy, when you're a prince, I was backing you.
Yeah.
So on the day that he was coming to my house with Danny K, then he called me and like, Charlie, I'm hungry with that. Do you know any watchy joints in here? I'm like, because you're not married, you don't think. That's like the same way too. Like, unworrying to one drink. You are going to a married man's house.
Then you are worried
and you want to buy watch from outside. Thank you. Married. I'm like, unworried to one drink.
You did a phone talk. And the driver, I hear the question. Why hit up on you?
What kind of nonsense is this? He didn't think. Like,
You didn't go married man in your house. And he was asking a married man.
why would I know when they start watching in my area?
You see, said the kid they lie.
I deleted all the watches when I got married.
I said the kid, not you.
Okay.
Fence.
Who does the
How
cooking
are you
now?
able to suddenly stop on the highway when you are driving
My wife does.
on the highway with cars behind you?
Yes. It's called Apology Break. Anyway, guys, listen. I saw something on the internet and I was so fascinated. And I said, I'm going to ask you guys, especially Coach, since you are the science man. You see, somebody said, I saw it, I don't know, was it on TikTok or something? And it racked my brain. I switched to a science guy. Said, how do you do mental math in your head? So if you have 350 times 35, how do you do the math? Like in your head. Okay, but let me pick a smaller one. So let 350 times 5.
No, but that one, you can easily do it.
Yes, but how do you do it? Like say it loud. How do you do it in your head?
I really don't know what to say.
Everybody has
Everybody has a different approach.
Everybody would have a different approach.
You know what I would do?
What will you do?
I will take the 300 and multiply by 5. Then I take the 50 and multiply. Then I add.
I have a different approach.
Everybody has a different approach.
Everybody would.
So I would do 300. And even when I'm doing 300 times 5, you know what I do? I do 300 times 2, 600. 600 plus another 600.
Yeah.
That is 4.
So you
right?
do multiplication by addition.
So, 1,002. Thank you.
So you do multiplication by addition.
600, right? 1,005.
So it depends. If
I will do
if the number ends,
then I'll do 50
if
times
the
5.
number ends in the zero,
Yeah.
you ignore the zero,
The zero, yeah.
and then you use
the, and then you add the.
then you.
So I'll do
But-
No, coach. I want you to do that mental math. Like say,
I don't know how to
50
say
times
it.
5. How do you?
I don't know how to say it.
No, what's the process that goes?
So let me tell you mine.
Nah, okay, go ahead.
Times 5.
Yeah.
I first multiply by 2.
You multiply 1 by 2.
The number, the digits that you want to multiply.
So you do 350 times 2.
Yes.
So you have
Then-
700
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then I double that.
to get it times 4, right?
Then you revert back to the original.
To add it.
Yes.
So you are doing multiplication by addition.
By addition.
By addition.
Now,
Yeah.
but there's something with a lot of people where they have mentally they are good with a specific number in multiplication.
That's right.
So somebody might be brilliant with 7s.
Yes.
Somebody might be great with
Yes.
8s. Somebody will be brilliant with 10s and 5s. So if like in this case in 5, somebody just knows the 5s,
Yes.
right? So if you tell somebody 350 times 5, if it falls in the person's domain of 5, the person straight away will pick it up.
Yes.
Otherwise, to like what you say, otherwise to people just mentally know numbers. So once you mention it, it's almost like a paper in the person's brain.
How
But the
do
person
you
is
do your mental calculation for 350,000?
so mine will straight away be mental, right? It will be 350 times 5 in the way you would work it on paper. Yes.
So wait.
So he will go 500,
Yes. So I'll-
5525,
but it will be
52, 53,
Yes.
15 plus 2,
But
1.
it will
Then
arrive
17.
to-
Then you
yes.
do it like that. Then you
Yeah.
add.
So it will almost be like a
That's
paper.
not long.
No,
it's not.
No,
It depends
it depends on the speed.
It actually follows the process you know.
Yes, and it's actually
So it's as though you are writing it.
Process. You have a process.
Yes.
Man, do you have a process?
No. I was so poor in maths. I can't lie. I was so poor in maths from the start. It's not even secondary school or anything, right?
Yeah.
If I ever had a maths class, I would not sleep. It's not because I was a poor student generally. I just didn't like anything about multiplication and whatever. And I think it's because of, I don't know if teachers still do it, but we used to have something called mental.
Mental.
Bro, that was mentalism.
Mental was mental. It was mental.
The accident, maybe 7 times 5 within a second. If you guys, so it didn't give me, and I'm good when I think. It didn't allow you to think. I think it brought a certain instance. You for chew the thing, then I'm off your
reproduce it. Not necessarily chew. You were to make sure you learn your multiplication table from 2 to 12.
Okay.
And be able to memorize and then come out with them.
That's not chewing.
No. You know a multiplication table.
Yeah.
For example, this is what I do with my girls. My girls, at least my last born, she's 6 years old now. If she stands here, she rattle 2 to 12 times with ease. So she knows how to count in 2s, in 3s, in 4s, in 5. That is the same as the multiplication table.
But coach, the difference was that.
See, you are making her understand.
Set 2 by 2 off to 12. I could. But then they would mention the number randomly and didn't give you time to think.
That was the problem.
That's what
they
saying.
will not give you the time to think. So normally when they say what? 5, you should pause. Within 30 seconds, the brain will
exactly.
But those days, most of our teachers, that was where the problem is.
So I didn't cope with the time. So whenever it came
but
to
you
those,
still have to find an answer, and I give you a random.
I'll just take.
So
this.
no, let me give you a random one.
Good one.
I don't know, 27 times 4. How would you mentally work it?
I would have counters. You know what counters are?
Wait, you're doing counters.
No, you put the count. You go and look for counters because I need time. That's who I am.
So as you sit right now, I say 27 times 4. Work it out in your head and tell me the answer. How long would it take?
So I'll go and look for. That's what I'm saying. 4 counters.
We go and read stones.
Or stones.
I'm telling you right now.
Exactly.
You can't work out 27 times.
No, I
in
can't.
Your head.
No, I can't. No, I can't.
Now,
look, my strategy is
when we're growing up. No.
No, the reason you say it's the best is because it was times 5.
It simplifies it.
No, if we're doing times 7,
you should know 7 4.
If we're doing
7 4 is the same as 4 7.
yes.
So if you know the reverse, you can easily.
No, but your method. The reason why I don't, of course, I can do multiplication by addition. That's why I mentioned it. It's easy. Times 5, times 6, times. What if you are doing 350 times 17?
Right.
So it makes multiplication by addition almost hectic and impossible.
Exactly.
But if I break it down on paper in my mind, I work it quick. It's quick. So it depends.
Your mental process is you work it as if you're writing it on paper.
Of course.
I don't know how to explain it. Not necessarily as if I'm writing in every detail. I was skipping processes.
You know
but
the steps.
I have a mental, because if it's times 17, you need a mental storage of what the 1 and the 7 will do for you. I don't know how to explain it, but if you're working,
You know what?
do you get what I'm
Let me
saying?
explain for you. If I'm doing, you said 300 times what? That's 17, right?
350 times 17.
If I'm doing 350 times 17, I would first do 350
Times 10. Yes.
That is
3,500.
3,500.
Yes.
And then I would, exactly. And then I would now do
the same times 7.
350 times the 7.
Yes.
And to
Then
do the 7, I do it in the addition. Then I'll add the 2. So this is how you do it. I'll have 350 times 10.
Yep.
It would give me
3,500.
Then I'll put that aside. This is mental. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
It's mentally there.
Yes.
And then I will do 350 times 7. And then 250 times 7, I do it. 350 plus 350 would give me 700. 700 plus 700 give me 1,400. And
I should have failed mental by then.
No, I'm saying exactly, but I'm saying that I'll mentally work it. Like I know how to mentally work it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but it may be a slow process.
You know,
but
simple
the answer
exercise.
comes
exactly. It might not even be slow. It might not even be slow. Like, okay, now if you're asking somebody to produce, person might have to think maybe it's on camera and everything. But if you sit in your own space and are thinking, I guarantee you with the way you are doing it and the way you do it, it won't take you more than a minute.
Yeah.
It won't take you more than a minute to find out. Like, so it's everybody has a way of picturing these solutions and the way they work it out. But I think that for a lot of people, multiplication by addition is
the easiest.
easy and
You see this simple process.
You see, this simple process.
How would you count your fingers to do 350 times 70.
250 by the have a calculator.
That's it.
If you go beyond 100,
Yeah.
I'll use like but if you're using like single or double digits, I'll use
And you see, this simple exercise betrays the futility of the things we experienced back in basic school then. That even when we are matured, the brain is able to process and appreciate information faster. We are not able to still cope with the time span that teachers back then expected us. And the thing that Rahman is saying, I relate to it because that 5 seconds or the 15 seconds of the entire class, it can determine your capacity to assimilate or even understand everything else the teacher is coming to teach. Because the mental is before the class starts. So I feel the mental. I get some 6 lashes at my back. I'm in pain. I'm upset. I'm crying. And
It's your turn again.
no, not even that. But the mental is over. Everything else he's teaching, it passes here, it goes out.
It happened
Because
to
I
me a lot.
absolutely hate the
It
teacher.
happened to me a lot.
It made no
wasn't
sense.
an effective
It was
way
no,
of-
it wasn't.
And it kills your confidence
I
because
agree.
in the beginning.
I agree. It wasn't effective, but some of us also loved it.
Because you're chemistry, big man.
No. If you love maths,
Yes,
you love that.
Exactly.
Some of us we love playing with numbers.
Yeah.
So for those who love playing with numbers, they will love.
Oh yeah, there were people that loved it. They were loved it. But then, coach, it came to them naturally.
It came to them naturally.
You enter the class. Mr. Coming over enter the class.
You did the gate.
Class done!
And we start.
2 4 3 8.
No thinking. See, I doubt anybody thought the answers they gave. I actually can
But
bet
some
that
mention it.
some of them,
memorized
some
it.
of them just knew it because they've rattled it so much. 7-5, but no time to waste, and they got it.
From 2
I just couldn't.
From 2 to 5 hours.
I just couldn't.
No, the way you shouted 7-5, my mind
7
mentally
and
said
9.
35.
Exactly, because you didn't even think about it.
No.
Those are the those are the most difficult multiplication tables.
I think 9.
6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those
No, but I
four.
think 9 was easier because for whatever number you pick,
if you
do
know
it to the 10
reverse.
and take it out.
That's
So
right.
maybe if it's 3 9, you know 3 10 is 30.
30, so
So you take 3 from 30 and you've got 9.
That's
27.
right.
That's a good
So 3 like if like 9 10
That's
it's taking
actually
you
a good
90.
technique.
No, that was actually the like 9 10 is going to give you 90. So when you take 9 out,
Nine.
you're going to go 91. So 9 takes you like so you always take you to 10 and you take the number you're dealing with out of it. So nines were so
if that's
simple
the-
for me.
Yeah, if that was the sort of mental, but then you'd have collected 2 Ks.
No. If you ask me 9,
The problem is that
straight away,
you
I'm
are quick,
thinking-
but the teachers those days
I'm
they
quick
will
at the
not
10.
allow you.
The teacher is quick.
Come on, get out.
And also scientifically, I think the brain continues to develop until you're 25. And we're talking of when we are maybe 9, 8.
Yes.
So even I can assure you that like 7-year-old kids don't think the way we are thinking now. And that can define your love for maths or your hate. Because there's no time to think about it.
Well, my love for maths, the reason why I didn't hate maths because in my school, we don't do the mental thing. Yeah. St. John's, you can't cane somebody because of mental, that kind of thing. BDB is like, they can't cane because of mental. Because, the school where we vacate, somebody we vacate, no, can't they pick up from school, take go airports, take go Germany. We open school, he land for airports, they can't do a mental.
Those days,
You know the funny thing is that you guys talk mental the whole time, no comments.
You don't know.
I don't get math teacher.
You are kidding. Basic school.
Yeah, sure.
Charlie, I think, see,
for me,
coach, if a day
me,
I say I want to tell my full story.
my mom those days, she got me a math teacher even when I was in kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So that defined your love for
So
it.
by the time I could get to class 1,
Coach BDB, yo.
by the time, no. My mom,
Coach
no. I
Coach
don't
DDB.
be that.
Like, the mother knew what she wanted.
Yes.
to ask.
By the time I got to class 1, like I just said of my little girl, I could say from 2 to 12 times.
Right.
I could do addition, I could do mod, I could do even division. So because of the way I remember when I gave birth to when I got my first daughter, when she was about to start school, then I started playing a song. We were saying Amama sa, Amama. So in the jovial way, 2, 4, 6, 8. So I started, and my wife was like, she's too young for that. I said, no, she's not too young. You wait and see. Just wait and see. She will say it from 2 to 12 times before she goes to what? Class 1.
Right.
And because I took the first daughter through that, she's handled her other 2 siblings. I didn't get involved. But she sang the song with them, taught them how to count in twos, in threes, in fours, in five. And then when she did that and they could all come out with that, then she now said, let's go 2, 1, 2 is 2. 2, 1 is 2. 2, 2 is 4. Then they all started. So those days, you need to be guided from the very basic level to show interest in mathematics. And that was the best. Look, now. The coming in of the calculator is getting the student.
Yeah.
They are not using their brains. Oh.
No, they are not.
I teach, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. They are not using their brains 1 second. Everything, no, they'll take. No. And there are some aspect of the math that says that you don't need to use what calculator.
Without using tables or calculators.
The moment that, then you see them running away.
Yeah.
So if you have the means, like my grandson,
Yes.
he needs to be mathematically inclined.
So can I say something, Coach, quickly? So when I said he said DB, I think that most of the viewers or most people would think that DB is essentially having parents who have money.
Yeah.
Who have money.
But sometimes,
It's treatment.
Like
sometimes also you just need to have parents who understand
Education.
That's DB. Because some of we when our parents, they didn't even understand what was maths. Talk of going to school or predicting what 20 years will
with
be.
you is that your father had too many children.
Hey, this
How many
man,
ones did he have?
before he died too. So
How many
not too
kids?
many. Just 8.
Huh?
8.
8.
Not too
That's,
many.
that's not a lot.
That's not too much. By his lifetime, he had 4. Again, that's not a lot. When my dad died, when people found out that he had only 8 kids, they were surprised. They thought he could have double that.
Yeah. I
You
agree.
understand?
For a chief, he should have more.
He should have
That
had
man is a
more.
prince.
Yeah.
You know, I have look when the place I grew up, there was a man, right? He didn't know his kids' names. There were so many. He would you know how he identified the kids? He called, hey, come, who's your mother? Because the wives too were so many. So he didn't know which one's mother was what or who and which one's mother is who.
Yeah.
And this is real life.
Yeah.
You understand? Like it was crazy. The only nursery rhyme that I knew that was remotely relatable to mathematics was
My father,
1, 2,
he had
3, 4,
close to
5.
I caught a fish alive, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll let it go away.
Oh.
So if you didn't go to school in the village, you will know this.
Only the two of us knew this.
No, we sound in a different way.
What the
How do you sing
heck?
it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that? What's the picture? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're reciting it.
Oh, this was proper village, I'm telling you. Proper village.
Proper village.
I tell you.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5. I caught a fish alive, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will let it go away. Proper village school, I'm telling you.
Charlie, it's crazy.
Charlie, you see that man, you say he born plenty here. There is a story of a man who married so many
Yeah.
that he one day stepped out, saw a very beautiful young lady, and that was his specialty. He didn't like old women. So he gets his people to call this young woman for him. The young woman shows up and says, oh, you're very pretty. What do you want to do? I want to take care of you,
One of his
everything,
daughters.
but I want to marry you. He said, oh, you don't know me? He said, no. This is my first time seeing you. That's why I asked that they called it. He said, oh, my mother is, oh, okay, who is she? He said, oh, I'm your daughter. Oh. He had no idea.
Doesn't remember the mother.
Yes.
Oh,
He doesn't remember the mother. He doesn't remember the daughter.
imagine.
Oh, God.
This story you are saying, don't take lessons from this story.
No.
So anyway, guys, we want
We
to
can't take lessons to mean
That don't overdo. Because if you overdo,
guys, we want to hear from you. Like in the comment, how do you do your mental math? I'm really interested because people have different tricks. And the guy says he counts his fingers. One says he has to bring counters, stones. Sicho went to say the magic paper, they write something for top.
Situ the tables. You see when you're writing
Something long.
BC and then SSC.
Yes.
The question the preamble will say that without using tables and calculators.
Yes.
The tables you are one against using, that's what Situ uses in the set.
I watched that Indian movie.
Sicho still has it.
Like
You know,
stars
as for
on it.
As for coach, he doesn't know how to say it.
Yeah, I don't know. When I
It just comes to him.
it comes to me naturally. So when pop, then but as to how
Sakito.
How I go about it.
It's not something you memorize, but your brain. I want to know how your brain works it out. That's my point.
that's what I cannot explain.
So if
Somebody who likes chemistry,
so
don't ask me questions.
I know.
I swear.
No,
You do titration for your life inside, bro.
13 times 5. How does your brain work it out?
You will not understand.
Explain to me, Chire.
He will just produce the answer.
I'll do prepare.
You know how I do it? I'll 13 times 5. I'll do it 10 times 5.
Then you go
Times
times
five.
5.
They add them.
Yes. Like my brain has a very structured way of working it out.
That's good.
Like I know it.
So like he said, everybody and the way he will handle it.
Yeah. Anyway, so guys, that's that. It's crazy, man. The sort of things our brains do. As for spelling and those ones, me down there I was King Kong. So down you bring it to me, I'll spell it. That's the mental. When I went to SS1, first semester I got an E in mathematics.
No, Mazen.
Oh, Charlie, hold on. But you see, that's the funniest thing. And it was a case of what Achu said.
Yeah.
The teacher wasn't great. Okay.
But she's
So when
the
it comes to
best.
the class, you don't enjoy the class.
Look, there are times I still do teach. There are times I look at the way I teach some of the things I
And
teach,
you reassess yourself.
and I compare to the way I was taught those
And you
days.
realize that you don't teach.
Yeah, these guys do.
Then
it.
teach you bomb.
The man will come, he's teaching algebra. How he's opening the bracket, he said they will write X, open bracket. Open bracket is not what,
How?
How do you open
Open
the
the
brackets? I don't know. Then you know what he used to do? You come, you write exercise. Like when he gives exercise, everybody who fails, then you mark you and then give you 0. You know what he does? When he comes to the class, or everybody who has scored 0 in that exercise, he will just come in and put his hands in his pocket. One of the zeros, please clean the board. No name,
Oh, Charlie.
but you will get up and go and
You
clean the
know
board if
it's
you
a-
score 0.
No, but you see, that was SHS.
Yes, SHS.
Yeah,
SHS 1.
Yeah, that's the point. Like, it might not necessarily be the teachers for, but in SHS 1, your foundation should be strong.
There's that.
So, because, like you said, you didn't have a math teacher from the basic level, you can't top it up at SHS. And it wouldn't be the teacher. For those who are good level, they would look at the teacher like, we know this. And the teacher would just be skipping some things that you know
Yes,
should be basic. And like, coach, you handle kids, you know this. Like, when they get to your level,
I
they should have
know
known
certain things.
Yeah, they should have known some
For
things.
example, I've got a problem with Cambridge.
Yeah,
The IG and O level don't prepare the student adequately for A level.
right.
So there's always that gap. But when you come and stand in front of me at A level, that's not the time I'm going
You
to
cannot-
fill that gap.
Absolutely.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what I'll point out the gaps to you and I'll say, look, go and
Look at that. Those
go and look
areas.
at them.
Yeah.
Based on your own personal research. If you want to now have a
Engage you.
discussion
Yeah,
with
then
me,
you can-
then I
yeah.
can engage you.
We are looking at from
We have
from-
to go.
from class 1 to GHS 3 of a foundation that is
That's
missing
like
before
9
SHS.
years.
Imagine. So it's when Fetio says that there was no math teacher, I'm like,
Yeah.
that is wild.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not only it's happening to. So look, so we have very people who could have been very talented doctors, very talented something which needed mathematics,
Because they didn't have teachers.
but because the foundation wasn't
Good. Yeah.
they just missed out on that opportunity. It's wild when you think
Yeah,
of,
it's crazy.
of what
Look,
people
I
have
tell
missed
you
out
what,
on.
JSS, I actually had 2 teachers from JSS 1 all the way to JSS 3. Now, the interesting thing is, the JSS 1, we had a teacher who was teaching science and maths, and he taught us for 1 term. Then he fell sick, went away, and then never came back.
Wow.
And the other teacher, what he was teaching? Pre-tech.
Oh.
And the pre-tech teacher was a weed smoker. So he would go and smoke weed, then you come to the class and ask you to climb the blocks. There were no tables. But there were blocks because they were also uncompleted buildings. They've laid the blocks, they've not built the classroom. So we pack the blocks into the classroom. You pack 3, that's the chair, and you pack 6, that's the table. And that's how you do it, right? And you say, you should climb the block, he said, hold the ceiling. We are not learning. Pre-tech, he said woodwork, that is the wood. Hold the, he didn't understand what he was not teaching.
No, he answered what born. He's high.
And guess what? So you know the material we were learning. Also, pay attention that this was not a place where you had access to let's say, textbooks.
Yeah. No.
Because there were no textbooks. Classroom wouldn't need
No textbooks, no library.
There's no desk
We
to
were
sit on.
relying, and this is the wildest thing. We were relying on notes from seniors who had finished and failed. But maybe the time they were there, they had a teacher. And the teacher gave them some notes. So when they finished and they failed, they've gone to the farm. But you take the notes and try to look inside and see what you can find.
It's nice.
And there were JSS teachers. There was the one Madam Hatia, who would leave a primary school class and then come and teach us RME. Because that's what she could do. But she was not like she's sharp. So she can't come and teach maths. She can't come and teach science. She doesn't know any of that stuff. But things like RME, that one she can read the textbook. So she was trying to help and that sort of. When I finished GS 27, maths 5, English 4, the rest 5. Put them together, clean 27. You understand? Oh,
tweets.
Oh yeah, best thing.
Maram Fellaini.
Oh yeah.
Fellaini's jersey number.
And you know, when I went to JS, what I was telling you about the E I was getting first semester, even by the time I wrote mock, I got an E. Between mock and SLCE was like 3 months. I got the B.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the math teacher who came to take us in front was actually quite good. But I had no interest in them. Because my foundation was so poor and the teacher that I handled previously were so bad, even though the teacher was good, I just resigned myself
I can't do it.
So then, during the mock, when we finished writing the mock and the results came, and they filled the mock report card and they brought it. Like English, like A. And you see social studies A.
Science.
There was, I did econs A. Then, and I had like I think another 3 B's or so. Then maths was E. And then the teacher, in front of all the Form 3 class, were 191, I'll never forget. We were gathered in the big hall. And he was pinpointing specific students to address them. One of the guys who was so good in math, he called, his name was Razak, he called him, he said, and the guy got a B in the mock. And he had told us that this is the one student, if he gets anything less than A, he will spend all his entire savings to go and call for remarking. When he got B in the mock, that he himself marked it. He said, I have wasted my money. I would have wasted my money. Then he called my name and read out the results from it. He said, have you seen this? He said, if you like, don't study the maths. Like he addressed me in front of, he said, if you like, don't study the maths. You will get your literature, your A and your street. He said, but you will get the maths F and you will not go anywhere.
Yeah. Because maths is
right there,
it's premium. You have to.
That Charlie, I had no choice. And for the next 3 months, I dedicated myself to mathematics. Thankfully, the guy, my best friend in school, was very good in math. He taught me, I said, look, naturally I'm sharp. Like in school, I'm sharp. So all I needed to do was dedicate time. And between that mock and final exam, I got a B.
Master is about
the point I just want to, because somebody will watch and say, so how were they progressing you if you were that poor?
I wasn't getting Fs.
E is close to an F.
It's E in one. You know, they repeat all those things when you do it in multiple subjects, not like one.
Yeah, I know, but let me just land on this point because I have a similar experience because I started school in Wale, which was kind of really the similar.
Yeah.
And we had maybe one teacher who would teach like 4 subjects.
Yeah. Wow.
And the progress itself was not on what they were teaching, but how your hand could go across, touch your other ear. You're kidding me. Yeah. So that's what they measured on if you were
ready to go to the next level.
So if you were short,
yes. So I'm not joking.
It was based on maturity.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard this somewhere.
Yes, it is. And I can tell you that they still do.
A friend from the north told me that.
It's still alive. I'm literally coming from the north now, and there are places, there are communities like Zangum and all that where they have only one school in the whole community. Yeah. And you can count, maybe 5 teachers have been posted there. And they are not even proper teachers, you know. They are doing their national service, people teaching. And they have to teach all these subjects. They go at the time they want to go. They leave at the time they want to leave.
There's no supervisor.
There's nothing. So that is where they come from. Absolutely trying to squeeze water from a stone. That is not even joke. Like we're laughing about it.
No,
but
I
that's
understand.
how in the progression.
And this
I remember when I completed the university and I got my first post for my national service.
You said it was to the north,
I was sent to. I said no, I don't know anybody that I'm not going there.
Yeah. I remember he said this the last time we were
Nothing is
discussing
going to take me there.
Yes.
So I knew one or two big men. And I
change
called
it for
him.
you.
Look, get this thing changed.
How the North would have benefited from you.
But
The lives you would have changed.
I would have. You had that I told you, say it is something I regret
You said
not
you
going.
regretted all
Yeah.
that.
I regret
He would have, listen,
knowing myself.
his
I think
expertise.
I would have.
Oh, you have made it.
I would have made it.
the surroundings.
Huge difference.
So you see, when Sicho was speaking about all this, I was just looking at it. Because to even have somebody to direct you to that direction,
Oh, that'd be cool.
it's not there. Listen, when I finally got to Adsadal College, mate, my first 2 years, it was just because I was good in sports.
yeah.
That's bro, listen, the catching up I had to do, bro.
Yeah.
Because like you said, how do you get here and not know the basics?
Exactly.
And for a sports boy, as we called them back in the day, it will be extra difficult because you don't have siesta.
Because you have to go and
So
train.
yeah, after classes, when your mates are resting, you are training, and then rise from training, dining.
Yeah.
At secondary college, a lot of the sports boys and girls, you take your dining right before preps.
Yeah.
Some of them you just go there. You even sit in the dining hall because it's time for prep. So you just pick it. All of this and the
But you're
examples.
not a sports boy.
I did it for 3 months and I stopped. yeah. No, I couldn't. I mean, those who were my mates will watch this and they will know. They will because
What was the problem?
I was sleeping. No, because
You're always tired. You're always tired.
No,
I mean, no,
because
naturally,
my body
after
can't take
training and those
my
things,
body can't
you're
take
fatigued.
too much exertions. So back then, I remember after
But your
class,
body can take too much.
that one is necessary. It's necessary for life. After class, siesta for I think about 45 minutes or an hour. But if you're a sports boy or a sports girl, that is the period you have to go and train. In fact, the training is about 90 minutes, an hour and a half or so. So you do all of that. Whilst your mates are resting, when they finish, you cannot even go and change. So you move straight to dining with all of your sweat. You take your food. You're allowed to take it to the dormitory after eating, go and shower, then straight back to preps. Now, it would not matter to the seniors on duty that you were a sports boy. If you are sleeping, they will lash you.
Of course.
So it happened to me on a number of occasions. I was like, no, this thing is not fair. Also, and we all know this, secondary school, you are a junior, obey before complain.
Yeah.
You don't explain anything. You don't say anything.
When I went to secondary school, I had aura. After first year's game, I was a superstar. I had aura. so you can't come and last me because I'm resting. You the craze. I had aura.
So and you see usually because the masters on duty, they don't want to be disturbed. The masters hall is just like they live with us.
Yes.
But because they don't want to be disturbed, from the very first few weeks that the new students come on campus, they set the order. They will let you understand that if the senior lashes you because of this, don't come and call me. Right? And
Just-
all of this is why the other day when we were having the conversation about free
I remember
SHS,
something I want
right?
to say.
About free SHS, for me, it was important that people understood that it is not just the education component. It's about, so you were talking about having to use blocks and bricks as chairs. Free SHS is about the sort of access all of the other amenities, right, will bring to places like where we come from, right? So good water, good infrastructure, electricity. That would mean that when someone like Namely, because
It's
a lot of
posted there.
it's posted
It's
there
happy
because
to go.
yes, because a lot of the people who
Is that what it's doing though?
no, I'm saying that because as of now, we've not been able to do that. So because still there is there are places that if you want to use the toilet or if you want to go to the toilet, you have to walk about 500 kilometers from the school before you find any.
But that's why it's
That one is better. That one is
it's not happening.
Because
in the village,
if it is close, no, if it is close to the dormitories, it be baller. So if from distance,
You see where you
if
said-
a red small,
You see when you said,
You're talking about
Fen.
like having to go to
Fen.
Atonko.
No, where there's a building. In
Yeah.
our case, bro, you're going to the bush.
No bad.
Fen,
No
Yeah,
bad like
that's the
that.
point. No, it's
bad
not
like
like
that.
Free
Ah.
range.
Yeah, bro.
And
Sijo,
you see,
you see
Yo,
when
bro.
you said,
Oh, now then,
You see-
before you go, you say what else.
it's coming to
Now,
free.
if you did finish the pass your
Bro.
we have a song that we sing in Ghana. Call your shweni biara.
the pass your under.
So you see, all of
We don't call them koyo shweni biara. You see, do you know what koyo is?
No, what's it
The
called?
breeze.
The breeze.
Koyo shweni.
you see, but you see, jokes aside, those are people's relatives. Like today, as we speak, that people still
it's still
talk about
happening.
You see,
schools and the trees.
look, at the university.
Yeah.
You see, when I went to university, the first 2 years, I decided I will not go to the hall, but I was assigned to Casford Hall.
Yeah.
So in my third year,
UCC.
yeah, UCC.
So you were in the hostel the first 2 years?
No, I stayed in a village up here,
Okay.
and then my third year I went to the hall. So naturally, once you get to the hall, no matter your year, there's some nuance there who
Yes.
wants to pawn you at all costs. But by the time I got to the hall, I was already famous because I had gotten myself associated with
You
the
had
Casford
aura.
team.
Yeah.
So when I got to the hall,
Some
I was
people mess up.
sleeping. Then some 3-4 guys became. No, they opened my door. No, they want to pawn me. I look 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Then
Namely signature
then
move.
I when I did not more country,
Uh-huh.
then I changed to my typical gun
Easy.
mode.
Where? Come here.
Where? Boba pawned me. You see, as I changed it to my gun mode, no way. I don't know where I called my cousin, I called my gang guys, some
Easy.
guys. Then you call my name, I'm coming upon me.
We know you.
Where? Oh, Bumona. You go.
Who wonder?
So, when I talk, I'm saying, where you have your lectures, or you know what? More money bet. I go come there.
You can do
meet
sege.
you.
You can do sege.
Why only?
Yeah, man.
The signature.
The guy see me no. Charlie, my uncle now where there. Sat in Cranford, somebody. Look,
This is what I needed to do. When
3 days time. Now, so it became official. Once I was in the hall, I was in charge of the Casford soccer team. Then I was there. So when the guys saw me that now I was
Coaching the
team,
team.
coaching the Casford team. Then one of them came, oh, Charlie, coach, Facha, yo. Now your name say, oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Go, no.
you double up on
I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm in so give them back.
Wait.
No, let me dress up. Back. Everybody take
All
it.
three.
Back.
One man, one was.
Where I talk, I'm say, like I make loser, like they not go put me.
Yeah.
So I can make trouble, you know. Like make trouble, so simple.
Make trouble,
Make trouble there. Oh, eventually they became the
Yeah.
kid. They were in charge of the kid carrying the jersey.
Your backroom staff.
They became, no, Charlie.
Charlie.
Became the Christmas officers.
We have to
Charlie.
start a new podcast just for this stuff. Honestly, I don't think Malam Go is enough.
Look, guy,
Oh my god.
push this one separately. Let's talk sports
Yeah, no,
now.
we have to start a whole new
Rama
podcast.
was at this book.
Captain. Team player.
He was captain.
I was captain. I was
At
sports.
this their college
Yes.
football
Yeah.
team. Captain.
2010. Yes.
Captain.
You were captain.
Yes. But not only that, I was sports prefect at Sada College in 2010 when the school was 100 years.
Wow.
That's the centenary sports prefect. Of
There's a
Asada
boy
College.
ahead of Kabiru, I think,
I would don't know. Which year was that?
around that time.
Wait. Which means that the football, you were half decent.
Of course.
No, he was decent.
No, you cannot.
No, but
But you,
But you don't see Rama. You don't see Rama if he walk. If he player.
See,
You don't see.
it don't say
Where position you
opportunity.
play?
Drogba. TJ. I love the contact.
Hey, so like if Sijo Day your team inside now.
See, Are disco boys and they watch? May they come. May they tell you.
Seriously, when you're funny, I've got a friend. I think it's now that you mentioned, I remember, like Nana Chan, like he's a friend. He told me he told me he met you in school. I think he was a junior by 3 years. I think when he was coming, did you do 4 years? Yes. So the first batch, good. So he came in first year. So he always remembered. I think during the World Cup when we were in Qatar, we took a picture together and I posted. I was like, oh, that was my sports. Now that you mention it, I remember it's true. Yeah.
See, Central Region, and we locked down. We locked down. See, look,
there's simple to that. Unless the chance didn't present it. No,
So my mate tell me some story. They say at this school is dragging. Long ball. If Rama control. Player.
Chest control.
This is if I did that, she say Reece James they do chest control. Now we knew this.
See this boy.
Yeah. Small boy.
Hey. All right, guys, thank you. Thank you, man. Listen, let's know about your experience. First off, yeah. Listen, we need a whole new podcast.
That is what the word is about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at Fentu's journey. Look at Raman's journey. Like, look at all of us, our journeys, coach. Like, but this is where we are. And that's, so this motivates anybody anywhere. Yeah, look, I've got people, like I was blessed. I don't lie. Of course. But I was blessed. My parents, my parents made life very comfortable. Like, they still do.
Yes.
My dad had your beginnings. Mm-hmm. My dad's dad did it, and he had to struggle to give us the comfort. But I know mates of mine whose parents were wealthier than mine, and they are fucked up now. Like, they didn't make the most of the opportunity. So, and when you look at your journey, it's so motivating. Like your journey is so it's to motivate anybody who's listening, who's going through. Like 100%. You can make it. Like you can. There's no excuse. Like I know it's tough. It's like in your case. If you didn't make it, we can blame you. But you still made it. Like, you didn't make that an excuse. Man. That's the whole point. Like, look at coaches, the last time you shared his journey, how his mom and everything. That the case of DB, but you see, because you see other DBs who have flopped. They fucked up.
Of course,
they fucked up.
That point is very important. As in, like, people who give everything to their kids.
Yeah, bro.
And yet the kids made nothing.
Bro, I said I have mates. When I was in St. John's, I had mates. So they gave them everything. This
is the way I train my kid. And that is the thing that most parents don't do. Yeah. Look, things were tough when we were growing up.
Of course.
Once I'm alive, I've told myself my children would not lack anything.
Brilliant.
But they will not get everything on the silver platter.
Yeah.
So as parents, you need to draw the line. That some of the things you intentionally withhold.
Yeah.
And get the child to serve. Because look, you will not be there forever. Yeah. I have said that. I lost my dad when I was not even a year old. My mom has never been to school before. So, and my elder siblings, they were taking good care of. Daddy took care of them.
Yeah.
But the last 5 siblings, including myself, I'm the last born to the family. I wouldn't say, look, my elder sibling, not to say anything against them, but they were expected to take care of us. They didn't do that. So went through tough times. You know, when I see myself, look, I visited the Stambik Height airport. When I entered,
coach.
Look, the big men, I mean, those who run the place, they just get so. I became so.
They are pouring.
I was so pouring.
Hey,
stop!
The way
this is me from where I've come from.
Look, I was so humbled, and this one said, "Coach, give me your number. Let's take a picture. Whatever you need, whenever, just come." Then one of them said, "I should come and tell you that. Look, can I bring all of you? They mention your name. They maybe mention your name." And I was like, now you have my numbers. I said, when you want all of us to grace any of your program, We can look. We are
Charlie, they have
talking
a
about
wonderful
doing
studio
something.
there.
Oh, yes.
We have
Up
about
north in Jumu, we are
doing
coming
something
on.
up north.
Yeah, we're working on
These
it.
are the sort of people we could go to.
Yeah.
And then, so look.
Can they get a plane ticket?
Why not?
Yeah, get a plane ticket. I'd like to come along.
Okay, you know what? You are so special. I can tell you right now, make a promise to everybody watching that we will do everything possible
To bring you
not
for-
get you a ticket.
Come on, that's me.
Charlie, look. So like, so like you said, it can be done.
Yeah.
Put yourself together and then work through it.
Yeah.
And then just keep it. Look, it pays. So hard work, it pays.
It does.
It does. Look at your experience. Look at the time at which I was being asked to go to the north. 2 reasons. I didn't know anybody there.
Of course.
Where am I going? I'm a typical gun boy. We don't travel. When we travel, then we are going outside the country. But we didn't, there's nowhere better than Accra. We say Gamma Spawn, Gamma Noni. The gun lands belong to we, the guns. You are all intruders. Today, when we jigger, we'll sack all of you. Go to You understand? So please,
Yeah.
young men, to the young men and young girls out there, it's about staying focused. In Ghana, we say, the fingers are all not equal. Somebody like Sicho boldly admitted, it is not his fault. He was born into it. God knows why he was put there. God knows why we are all being
different
put where we-
experiences.
He made a good life for himself.
Yeah, he made a good life for himself.
He messed it up.
Oh yeah.
We've seen people from rich families smoking tramol and drinking. Look, 2 days ago, about last week, look, I got to
be
faint
born into money
and then stay on track. Look,
It's like a
faint.
So there is
2 days ago, I was heading very late
2 days ago. Sorry, 2 days ago.
2 days ago, Madina Zungu Junction.
Coach, take your mic.
Coach,
Take your mic.
I'll say it for you. I'll say it for you. Don't worry, I'll say it for you. I'll say it.
look.
This guy I saw standing by the road.
There was this guy I saw standing by the roadside. He was sleeping.
Wait, standing and sleeping.
He was standing and sleeping.
So I looked and looked and looked.
So I looked and looked.
Coach, look.
He looked.
I didn't mean to touch my mouth.
But then he didn't touch him all. Then somebody said, Charlie, what for Tramo? Why would you Tramo now?
I went about it was
He tried to
He
wait.
was shocking. So coach tried to. The guy bed.
Stand there.
No, seriously, like, so there was this forum, right?
I don't blame
There
him.
was this forum that the guy was organizing the forum. You know, normally when they talk about people who are being successful at things that they've done, they look at people who came from underprivileged background and consider their stories as the success. But this guy, I like this angle because we're also looking at people who had the opportunity from the scratch and how they managed to do it because in fact there's so much pressure. For me, look, I'm from a family of we are 6 kids. I'm the last. Now, my brother and my sister, like everybody ahead of me, they are so good. Like they are
Successful.
they are so everybody's so intelligent in the family. Whatever everybody is doing is so successful. Everything they touch is it's working. Like, and as a young, my dad told me one day that you have got no excuse because you've got too many people to learn from.
That's true.
And he was so right. Now when you look at me, I'm a combination of all my siblings. Like all my siblings have got a special, like something about them in their personality and their character. But I got everything. I count that as a massive blessing to me. But there are people who have things at them, but they fluff it because like there's so much pressure and the peer pressure.
Right.
And if you're not grounded, if you're not steady,
You mess up.
you want to show off.
Yeah.
You want to link up with some people. And if you're not careful, that kind of lifestyle is going to sway you away from the target. So
different challenge.
it's a different challenge. Like it's not that easy. So you out there like now you're just your parents. Like, it's not that simple. Like you still have to keep focused.
Just know that mom and dad will not be there forever.
What Charles get to you?
who Charles.
Yeah.
Charles is that one like most gentle. He's the proper gentleman amongst them. Like when he dresses, if all of us are hot redded in the house,
He's calm.
and somebody has to keep quiet and tell us, look at it this way, that is Charles. And so sometimes I bring that to especially in the office in my company. Like when there are things that I take a pause from him, and I'm lucky enough we live together. Like you've been to my house, like we live together. So normally when things happen and we are dealing with it, everybody's there to treat it, and that is Charles. Like my brother, the elder one, Felix, he's the most generous. He thinks too much about people, and I picked that from him. Now the one being Mupan, the one who's the most intelligent is Robert. Like he's a shark, he's top, and the most efficient and the most effective is the one I come after, Anthony. Then my sister is like a mother to everybody. Like she's
she's the glue.
So like everybody picks bits and pieces, and Charles. He's a baller. He's gentle. He dress. But that is better than he's like he's a player. Like everything sports he does. Like when you see him play tennis, somebody saw him play tennis. I was like, you, these people, your family, you are not serious. Then he saw him play football. He told my dad that my daddy is not serious. And that's why I said, the tennis your boy is playing, you could have played there. The ball is your boy plays, he could have played there. And truly, when he was in AIS, he got a scholarship to go to Newcastle United for school and football. That was like 2000, 2003. Old boy was like, nah, boy, nah, you're not going. You ain't going. Until now, old boy, like sometimes if you're watching TV, the whole like,
I wish
he regrets it. But like everything is good. He's turned out great. He's doing great for himself. I mean, he's the MD for the family company. So yeah,
amazing stories, man. Amazing story. Look, and the pressure of coming from a privileged background is real. You know why? Because for me, from my background, everything I do is success. Like every small ground I break is considered success. There are some things that are not enough. Like some things are not enough.
It's the barest minimum.
You know exactly. Like it's not enough. Like if I buy my first car, party. If he buys his first car, no one gives a fuck in his family because everybody has.
But now you've mentioned it's something that I'm very grateful for my parents for. Like and we also we're very strong unit. So growing up and I think I was talking to my wife this morning, talking about
when I was what was he doing? He was talking to
his wife
who?
this morning.
Yeah, my wife.
God damn it!
It's very important. Very important. When I was in class 3, and I remember this memory, like very vivid. We were in class, and my cousin, the eldest of the grandchildren, and they had come outside. They were celebrating. You know, those times when the form teachers are writing BEC, the rest of the school is still in session. Yeah, so they'll go in the afternoon, they'll close in the afternoon. Yeah. So when class school was still in session, and they came back from the center and they were celebrating their last paper, and I looked out at the window and I said, like me to win, like
deep for that bang.
Charlie, she blew Wasi, go gay. Then the second one, then my brother, then my thing.
Pressure down come.
Pressure.
It's not joke, bro. I see what my parents did it. And this one, I'll just tell my like it was. I can see it was very intentional.
Yeah.
Any small win, it doesn't matter.
They were trying to amplify it and make it feel good.
Small win. I remember I got the prize for P, physical education. Charlie, me, I didn't even know they were giving.
They were shouting "Robo."
I said, "I do baller."
On looking.
So I get prize for P, and me, I thought like, Charlie, this thing no be anything because my brother, my sister to Charlie. Charlie, we finished the speech day. Charlie, they can carry me. Charlie hugs. We take go Frankie's go buy pizza. I said, hey, P, we're going Charlie, like the joy. Like, obviously, my brother blew the BC pass, but still on my own.
That's brilliant parenting.
Every single
that is brilliant. That is brilliant
So we don't
parenting.
take anything from them.
So listen, lessons on parenting, lessons on dealing with pressure, lessons on coming from humble beginnings. Look, in all of it, I always say that whatever it is, you always have to show gratitude.
No, you have to.
Because there are 1,001 people with the same background who don't have the same situation as you. Look, so many didn't make it this far. So many didn't even make it this far by being alive.
Yeah.
You understand? You are alive. You may not have a job. You may not have your dream job. You may have a job. You may be happy. You may think that you should have certain things that the other colleagues have. But look back.
You may not have a dream girl.
You may not have your dream girl or your dream wife or your dream husband. But things come. Coach said it. He said, good things come to those. What does the Bible say? Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah.
You pray.
You do
Show gratitude. Work
And
hard.
also, just it's motivation. And also, don't measure success by
Materials.
because I think it was it Nkrumah who said that those who judge us by how high we have reached will be making a mistake. They need to look at how far we've come.
Right.
So people are different. We are at different stages.
You can't just like your success by someone.
Some said no. You come from different.
So guys, that's that. Let's know in your comments. So this whole episode, I don't know how to even caption it. Yeah, I know, right?
Boys and vibes.
But it got super deep towards the end. It got super deep. Super deep. We started
Fake
with how
deeps.
to mentally work math. Fake deep.
Fake deeps.
Charlie, Akumia go tweet some. You see that tweet? You say what? Akumia go tweet some.
Some advice. So.
Akurizi, you say what?
You don't understand it.
So when? When?
Sometimes I want.
Oh, when? It be today.
We will find out.
See that tweet.
Oh no, find out for me. Akurizi is my brother.
The tweets don't make sense.
Guys, we'll end this one here. We'll have some.
No, wait. Is it believe in yourself?
No, it's not that one. It's a few days ago.
Believe in yourself. Take a leap of faith. Don't let the noise of others drown in your inner voice. You are capable. Akurizi, you talk about special speaker.
Guys, like, subscribe, share with your friends. We are so grateful for you. Let me know how you work mental math. Share your story with us. Whatever it is, just leave it in the comments. But because you guys are amazing. Like we love you so much. The love you show us on this podcast is incredible. It's unbelievable. Rahman was so kind to be here. Listen, we will record another one on football, so don't worry. So you get to see that. Even if you get to see this one first, remember that there's still another episode of football. Yeah, very deep. So Charlie, Malango podcast by next week. Cheers.